Good morning, class. Today's class is a study guide for Chapter 4. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd of Coronachem, day 41 for period 1. This Chapter 4 study guide is a companion to the videos that I've already uploaded that are all necessary to understanding various subject matters in Chapter 4. So, for example, if you're wanting to look at, these are all the subsections of the chapter. If you want to understand electrolytes, you can look through the playlist titled Equations, which have the Equations playlist has 11 videos. The Solubility Rule playlist has 2 videos. Now, obviously, you don't want to watch every single video. Some of them are upwards of 15 or 20 minutes. But what you do is you make an assessment, you go through the list, make an assessment of your weak points, and then watch the appropriate videos to brush up on what you need to know. I think it's probably the most efficient way to study for the exam. Don't study what you already know. I know it's gratifying, but it doesn't teach you anything new. Study the things that you know you're weak in. So there's precipitation and solubility in Chapter 4. There's equations, there's acids and bases, oxidation and reduction. I think you also have to know how to determine the oxidation state of various atoms within a polyatomic ion. You should also memorize your polyatomic ions by studying the nomenclature playlist. There's a couple videos in there where I simply go through the flashcards to teach you how to memorize the ions. You should know the activity series. Remember, it goes Lick-Buchanan, Magalman, Zinker, Pico, Nissen, PBH, QAG, Hug-Batao. I taught you the mnemonic for memorizing it, and I do that in the videos. And there are 5 videos on activity series. Concentrations of solutions. There's 4 videos in the playlist called Concentration Calculations. You should know how to interconvert molarity, moles, and volume. That's in the playlist called the mole. There's 10 videos in there. Dilution is treated in concentration calculations, 4 videos in that. And finally, you should know solution stoichiometry and titrations. There's a stoichiometry playlist with 21 videos, and there's an acids and bases playlist with 19 videos. Obviously, some of the videos are for grade 12, the more advanced ones, but the early ones are introductory videos. So take a look at Chapter 4, watch the videos that you need to understand, and use at least the next half hour to do that. Pick at least 4 or 5 videos to watch, and I think if you do that every day, you'll be fully prepared. I'm going to give you a mock test tomorrow based on chapters 3 and 4. I think at this point you should be reviewing the materials. Most of it should be fairly familiar to you, although I know some of you never fully mastered the material. This second go at it might finally clarify things for you. So tomorrow I'll give you 4 questions based on, 2 of them based on Chapter 3, 2 of them based on Chapter 4. I can't really go much more in depth than that. We could have maybe 2 mock tests in a row. So tomorrow I'll give you the mock test. The day after we'll review the results. The day after that I'll give you another mock test. Then we'll review the results again. And finally I'll give you the real test worth 10% for Chapters 3 and 4. So next couple days you should really be tuning in and paying attention, because it's going to help you consolidate your skills for the 10% test, which is likely going to happen either at the end of this week or at the beginning of next week. Remember, we don't have much time left. The year is winding up, and I do have to provide some kind of evaluation. Some of you have not really tuned in, and I'm not allowed to give you a mark lower than what you had in March 13th. That does not prevent me from writing incomplete on your report card if I haven't been seeing you. So you've got a couple weeks now to show that you've learned the material. I don't care if you didn't show up. I'm not counting that. What I'm counting is whether you've learned the material. So it's on you to be starting to pay attention, because I'm not going to just pass you without any proof that you've learned the material. That makes me look bad. Okay, you've got to learn the material. So we'll see you tomorrow, and when I give you a mock test.